Shirley and Ed, when you decided to sell the portfolio and exit the investment, we did it sort of in a different way. It was not really a traditional way of selling the properties, meaning I didn't go to the bank and get a regular conventional loan. We did it through seller financing. Why did you decide, and what are the benefits, would you say, are of selling the rental portfolio with seller financing?
I believe the main reason why it's an advantage for the seller to use seller financing is because you get a return on your investment during the period of time that you sold them through a note that you make has a specific interest rate. So you don't have to be concerned about what the stock market's doing today or not doing. And it gives you a real sense of guaranteed income. Plus, you have no downside because the properties are put up as collateral. And if they do default on the note, you take the properties back as if the transaction never occurred.
When we decided and agreed on the deal, I remember initially I sent you an email and I made a verbal offer, you could say. I remember writing on the email the property address and the price I was offering for it. I'd write out 123 Main Street and the price. At the bottom, I asked for the terms. And I remember I was on the way to California. I was on a plane when I wrote that email. And I hit the send button. It was over the weekend, I believe. And I called several days later, and I spoke with you, Ed, and I said, Ed, I sent you an email with the offers. Did you get them? And he said, I got them. I got the email. And I remember saying, we were on the phone. I remember saying, Ed, well, what did you think? Did you and Shirley talk about it? What did you think? And you said, well, it looks good. And I go, really? And I came over to the house a few days later, and we wrote out all the contracts and the terms and the closing dates and how we would structure the sale, how it would be in groups, for the first month and another 5 and then another 5. How was that process overall? Would you say it was easier than you would have thought? Was it easier than you could say selling a normal house that you would live in? Was it harder? Was there anything unexpected that was involved? What did you think about that?
I believe the process went very smoothly. You had a time frame. I think you had 4 of them that were due 1 month, and then 5 the next month, and then another 5 the next month. And it just wasn't any problem at all. Everything was in a contract, so there wasn't any fooling around. It was the way it was, and it was very seamless and worked out well, really. Wasn't any problems at all.